Good afternoon. My name is George Verutsis from the Arlington Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court. It is my pleasure to welcome parents and new drivers to this ceremony that is required by Virginia law. Virginia has had this tradition for a long time, and I remember 50 years ago, or over 50 years ago, when I got my license in a ceremony such as this at the old courthouse across the street. Some things have not changed. The parents still have to set a good example for their new driver, and the new driver has to recognize the responsibility and privilege of this license to drive. Parents have the control of the car keys and have to make a decision before they turn those keys over to their inexperienced new driver. The rules and regulations have changed, and the technology has especially changed. Seatbelts are no longer new. Text messaging and other distractions are new. Judge Robin Robb will speak to you about your responsibility of this privilege, and you will see a video that I've been showing in Arlington for the last 20 years. Among its many talking points from this video, I think the most important one to take away is the one that if you don't pay attention for just a short period of time, you have a momentary distraction or lapse in attention, you could cause a serious collision, which would be a life-changing event for you or others. So you need to always pay attention. And after you see the video, you'll hear from prominent Arlington attorney Mark Cummings, who'll talk to you a little bit about the legal aspects of your new driver's license.
Hi, my name is Katie Couric from The Today Show. I grew up right here in Arlington in the shadow of this magnificent new courthouse. You know, it wasn't so very long ago that I received my driver's license in this very ceremony. And I can say from personal experience that this moment will stay with you for the rest of your lives because it represents to you students new freedoms and awesome responsibilities. To you parents, this moment also represents new freedoms and a transfer of responsibilities. This ceremony is unique. Virginia is the only state to require new drivers under 18 to receive their license in this manner. That's because driving is not a right, but a privilege. None of you would be here today if your parents didn't agree that you merit this privilege. In the course of your driver education program, you've seen the videos about drinking and driving, horrible car accidents, and grieving parents. These are very important for you to consider. However, there are many other hazards which may be even more likely to confront you as a new driver, and that's what this video is all about. Bear in mind, no matter where you stand on any issue relating to driving, justice is applied equally. Case in point, William Buck.
That's me, behind the wheel. William Willie Buck. Your typical Arlington, Virginia teenager. Just turned 17, got my license about a year ago, got my car, well, it's my mom's car, but I can get it almost any time I want. Got a part-time job to help pay for the insurance, and I guess I'm sitting on top of the world now. Well, almost. I got into some trouble. Got the shaft from my ex-girlfriend, and that caused me to lose my license. I can remember it as if it were yesterday.
I find the defendant guilty of minor in possession of alcohol and violating a stop sign.
Hey, Willie.
What's up, man?
Not much. What's going on?
Look at you, Mr. GQ Fashion.
Let's hit it, man.
Yeah, let's go, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Behind the wheel. Finally got my license back, man, after 6 months. Yeah. I had to quit my job at the restaurant. I couldn't even work because I couldn't even drive to work, let alone have any social life or any fun at all, man.
What happened?
Dude, it wasn't my fault.
Everybody says that, man. Everybody's innocent. But what happened?
Dude, my lawyer said...
Your Honor, my client was a victim of circumstance.
Gentlemen, I'll hear closing arguments now.
Your Honor, you've heard the facts today. My client is a victim of circumstance. Regrettably, on the night in question, he was the only person who tried to do the right thing. The officer testified that he did an Alka-Sensor on my client, and there was not a trace of alcohol, which is proof that my client buttresses his testimony that he did not have a drop to drink that night. Now, we would argue, first of all, Your Honor, that my client should not be guilty. This is at most a technical violation of the law, but my client did not intend to possess this alcohol.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth does not need to comment on the evidence in extensive detail. We have a young man, whether he be an honor student, whether he be a nice guy, that is not the issue. The issue here, Your Honor, is that this person had beer in the car and he drove through a stop sign. And I realize the evidence didn't show that the defendant had been drinking, but they have attempted to sanitize this case and suggest that, well, this beer was forced upon me. In fact, Your Honor, you heard that the beer fell out of the car when Officer Neuenhaus opened the car door, and it began to foam about at his feet. Your Honor, because of that, I'm not only going to ask for the statutory mandate of a 6-month loss of license, but I'm also going to ask the court for a significant period of community service.
Mr. Buck, the court, having heard all the evidence in this case, finds you guilty of minor in possession of alcohol and violating a stop sign. I will, as required by statute, suspend your privilege to drive for a period of 6 months. However, because it appears that you were trying to do the right thing, I will not impose a fine in your case, nor will I sentence you to perform any hours of community service. However, your privilege to drive is suspended as of today. Please turn your license over to the deputy.
Man,
Come
that
on, man.
That judge was tough, man.
What you're telling me, man?
Tell me, man, be straight up. What really happened?
It all started about 7 months ago, on a Friday afternoon. We just got out of school and the gang wanted to do something. You know, just hang out, chill, whatever. We had no homework, no parents. I was even off work for the first time in weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's 22 now or something. That's your mom? I'll see you guys tonight, all right? 9 o'clock. All right. See ya. No,
Debbie, hurry! I'm late for the dentist.
Okay, Mom. And listen, everyone's going over to Dave's house. I'd really like to go, please.
Well, who is going to be there?
Everyone.
Everyone? His parents?
Of course.
I have
they
heard
will.
that before, Debbie. You know what? Midterms are next week. You have not picked up a book this week, and you have got to be prepared to get good grades to get into college. On top of that, you have not done anything in that room. It's disgusting. It needs to be cleaned up.
Mom, I will. I promise. I will do everything tomorrow. I will clean tomorrow. I will study tomorrow, please.
Okay, if you can be home by 8:30, I don't have a problem with it.
All right, thanks.
Okay, Willie, get over here. You make sure Debbie is home by 8:30. Do you hear me? You understand me? And I don't want any funny business. I don't want any drinking. It is your responsibility. Do we understand one another?
Yes, Mrs. Nichols. Okay.
Bye, Willie.
Thanks, bye. Bye, Miss Nichols. It's nice that your mom's wrapped right around your little finger right there. She is. Hey, Miss Nichols.
See, I can do just about anything I want.
Yeah, you can, but I'm going to have to bring you in at 8:30 tonight because your mom made me responsible.
Loser. I want to have a good time tonight, okay? So just relax. Okay, where's the party?
Party's at Dave's house tonight, and there's even a later party after that at Amy's.
All right, and who's bringing the beer?
I'm bringing the beer.
And you're bringing the munchies?
Okay.
All right, cool.
Hey, come on, man. I love beer. No hard stuff, man. My dad's has we got all the beer. That's cool, man. Come on. I'm driving.
I really shouldn't. What's gonna hurt? I really shouldn't. But I will.
Awesome party, I love it.
Dance with me.
Let's go. All right. Where you going?
Come on, Willie, have a beer.
No, thanks. I got to drive.
Come on, Willie, it's just one drink.
No, I promised Mrs. Nichols I wouldn't drink.
Come on, Willie, just one.
No, I don't want to drink. Thanks.
What's up, man? Hey, Willie, what's up, man? How you doing? All right. Hey, we gotta take off for like half an hour. It's 7:30, okay? What? We gotta take off for half an hour. It's already 7:30. Okay?
Willie, you want to dance with me?
I'm gonna go go shoot some steak, Ashley. Maybe in a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Want another soldier, dude?
Hey. Come dance with me.
Smell like beer.
Be a dear, would you? Thanks. Hey, Deborah, it's 8 o'clock. We gotta go, all right? I'm gonna go get my jacket, and when I come back, we're leaving. Hello? Here's your drink. All right, Debbie, you gotta go. We're over a half an hour late. Come on. Glad to hear that, but your mother's gonna kill me. We have to go now. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll get a ride with someone else.
No problem, all right? Yeah, there is a problem. Look, I brought you here, and I'm gonna take you home. All right? Where's your bag? I'm gonna get it.
No.
Take your bag. Going now.
I promised Keith and Melissa we'd take them too.
Whatever. We're going. All right? Later.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Bye.
Come on,
I don't
Debbie. You
wanna
gotta
go.
go. You have to go. Your mom's gonna kill me. Come on. Where's Keith? I am here. Oh, hey, what is that? You're not bringing that in my car, man.
It's supplies for the next party.
Yeah, you're not bringing it in my car, bucko.
Wait, what the hell are you talking about? I bought it
Hey,
myself.
Dr. Strangelove. It's not coming in my car. Get it through your thick head.
I love that movie, man. Fine, you take it.
Oh, thanks, man. No. Soldier.
But I ain't going nowhere without my two friends.
Whatever, man. Let's go.
One goes in this pocket,
Honey, you're gonna have
goes in that pocket over now.
What?
You want a beer?
Get that away from me, Bubba.
I got two.
I'll have some.
You've had plenty, but you know hasn't had any at all?
Who hasn't had
Willie
any?
hasn't.
I told you to keep that stuff down. We'll get in trouble.
I'll give you any gas money, but we'll leave
Put
you
it
a
down, man.
Oh,
Don't be spilled, man.
Willie,
Take it, man. There's a cop. There's a cop, man. Put it down here. Be cool. There's a cop.
Rock Spring, Virginia. Alcohol X-ray 567. Vehicle occupied 4 times.
Okay, everybody put your hands where I can see them, please. Can I see your driver's license registration, sir?
What seems to be the problem, officer?
You failed to stop at the stop sign at Little Falls and Rock Spring Road.
You can see a stop sign there.
If I get to see your driver's license registration.
Yes, sir. I don't know where the registration is. It's my mother's car.
Okay, don't worry about that right now. Okay, are you feeling okay tonight?
Well, yeah.
Have you been taking any medications?
No.
What grade of school are you in?
I'm a senior this year.
Okay. And you speak English
Yes.
pretty well? Okay. Why don't you step out of the vehicle for me, sir?
Oh my God, they're arresting Willie. He didn't even have anything to drink.
Man, so what happened after I left the party with you and Debbie?
Ah, me and Debbie, huh? Well, we pretty much broke up the second I got that citation, and I asked her if she could appear in court, and she said no. She wouldn't even admit that she was at the party with me.
What?
Because, yeah, she wants her mom to think she's like perfect little princess. You know what I'm saying, man?
Whatever, man.
Yeah, I know. Luckily, Keith showed up and he testified for me saying that he brought the beer and that I wasn't drinking, but my lawyer says that doesn't even matter anyway.
Mr. Foley, I don't understand what happened. Willie really didn't do anything wrong.
Mr. Buck, William tried to do the right thing that night. However, as the driver of the car, he's the captain of the ship. If he lets people come in the car with alcohol, then he's guilty under the statute and the judge's hands are tied.
But what's this going to cost us? Will our insurance go up?
It may go up if your insurance company finds out about this.
How's he going to get to school? Am I going to have to take him to school? I have a job. I can't take him to school every day.
I understand, Mrs. Buck, it's going to be difficult for a while. However, after 90 days, we can petition the court to return William's license to him, at least on a restricted basis, so we can go to and from school and to and from work.
We're frustrated, but Mr. Foley, we thank you very much for your help in this case.
My pleasure, sir.
Yeah, the bottom line is, man, what goes on in my car is my responsibility, you know?
What you have just seen is a classic example of reality. It happens in this country every single day. As captain of the ship, you are presumed to know the law and act accordingly, despite what your friends or passengers may say. We hope this ceremony will prompt you new drivers to talk about these issues with your parents and will provide an opening for you parents to discuss these important things with your new drivers. I'm Katie Couric from the Arlington County Courthouse. Congratulations and drive safely.
Good afternoon. My name is Robin Robb. I am the second Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court Judge for Arlington County and for the City of Falls Church. I would like to speak with you teens and your parents with regard to your obligations and responsibilities as new drivers, and also discuss with you how you could possibly lose your license. There are essentially 4 different ways that can happen. 1, your parents can take away your license for conduct that you do behind the wheel or outside of the car. That can include things like not attending school, missing curfew, being disrespectful, not cleaning your room. The DMV can also take away your driver's license if you accrue too many points, and points are taken away from you for various violations and traffic infractions. The court can take away your license if you are court involved and they feel the necessity to do so. But the law requires that we take away your license in any event where you are convicted of alcohol or drug-related offenses. No one knows whether or not the driver in the next car has had 60 years of driving experience or 1 week of driving experience. It is your obligation and responsibility to follow the rules of the road and to not be distracted. And that means not being distracted by your cell phones. That means not being distracted by the mini scooters that are running up and down the streets or bicyclists. Distracted drivers are 4 times more likely to end up in a crash. The studies have also been done where it showed that most distracted drivers were distracted for a period of 135 seconds. And what I would like for each of your parents to do is to go home, sit around the dining room table, and time 135 seconds. I think you will be surprised about how long a period of time that your eyes will be off the road and could result in a crash, could result in tickets, could result in someone's death, including your own. When you receive your driver's license, you will notice that your license is a portrait orientation versus a landscape orientation that your parents would have. The reason for that is that it notifies retail establishments that you are a minor and that you are not eligible to purchase tobacco or alcoholic products. Mr. Cummings will next speak with you with regard to entering into a contract between parent and child and each person's responsibility for driving and the expectations of the young driver. He will also discuss with you what to do if you are pulled over by a police officer, and will also discuss with you what to expect when coming to court. Good luck.
My name is Mark Cummings. I'm a practicing attorney here in Arlington. I'm here representing the Arlington County Bar Association and the Bar Foundation, 2 lawyer groups here in Arlington that underwrote this video. First of all, I really appreciate you parents being part of this and viewing this video with your teen driver. As Judge Verustis mentioned, the legislature, I think it was in 1956, passed an ordinance or a statute that required new teens and their parents, at least one parent or guardian, to be present at a ceremony where they receive their permanent license. For you parents, I have just 3 things I want to mention to you. First of all, as Judge Verustis said, set a good example for your child for good driving because they imitate us. 2, set rules in your home and enforce those rules. And in doing so, I recommend that you have a parent-teen driver safe driving agreement. This one is very simple. It has 11 items on it. It has signature lines for both the teen driver and both parents at the bottom. Well, go ahead and post this. There's others online you may find more appropriate for your situation in your home. And for you teens, the best advice I can give you is 2 things. 1, develop good habits. Good habits will carry you through safe driving for the rest of your life. And 2, keep a good driving record. If you have the safe habits, you're going to have a good driving record. That'll help keep your parents' insurance rates down. And if you do get a ticket, it'll go a long way to maybe getting a warning or having that ticket reduced. I'll talk more about that in a minute. One of the biggest problems we have today is distracted driving. You've heard both Judge Verustis and Judge Robb mention that. We had over 4,000 teen deaths last year as a direct result of texting and cell phone use. And if you do the math, that's 11 teens a day that are dying because of distracted driving. We need to put the cell phone down. If you are pulled over, my best advice to you is, first of all, take a deep breath, remain calm. When you see those lights in your rearview mirror, give a right-hand turn signal or turn on your flashers so the officer knows you see them, and then get over to the right lane. It might be that he's on a call and will go right around you and go down the road, and you have a big heave a sigh of relief. If he does pull you over, look for a safe place to pull over. Remain in the car, don't get out. And I would also encourage you not to be fumbling around looking for registration and license. Keep your hands where the officer can see you. Hands are what are dangerous to the officer. You saw in the video where the officer told the occupants of the car to keep their hands where he could see them, because that's how they get hurt or killed. And it's the most dangerous thing they do, a traffic stop. So when you are pulled over, be polite, respond to his questions. He'll probably come to the right-hand side. They're being trained now to come to the right-hand passenger side window, and they'll tap on it. But don't be startled if they come to the left side. Just remain calm, okay? Take a deep breath. And the other thing is, be courteous. I've done thousands and thousands of traffic cases representing both juveniles and adults here in Arlington. I also do personal injury work, so I see this from both sides. When I am with a traffic violator in court, and I go to talk to the prosecutor and the police officer about a possible disposition, they always ask two questions. What's this teen's driving record? One. And two, was he polite? And if you got a good driving record and you're polite, 90% of the time they'll probably reduce the charge or possibly dismiss it if you agree to go to traffic school. So my advice to you, develop those good habits, enter into this agreement with your child, and safe motoring. Thank you very much for your attention.
To the parents, new drivers, congratulations, good luck, be careful, and please drive safely.